Riverside County. Welcome to the Linkages Project. I'm Stuart Oppenheim, the Executive Director at CFPIC.
And I'm Dana Fabella. I'm the Statewide Linkages Project Director.
And we are just really excited that you're part of our project. When TANF legislation was passed in 1997, California began to explore how to support families who are served by both the child welfare and the CalWORks system, with a vision that poverty is a risk factor for child abuse and neglect. Over the next 2 decades, 30 California counties, in partnership with the California Department of Social Services, developed policies, protocols, procedures, and practices to strengthen the collaboration approach in several phases of statewide support. The statewide support, which had been administered through the Child and Family Policy Institute of California, unfortunately ended in 2016. But after that, a number of counties continued to carry on independently to continue their linkages collaborative work. Over the course of the last 2 years, CFPIC has been working to revive a statewide linkages approach. Starting in 2019, the state sought support from the Center for the Capacity Building Center for States to assess the current state of linkages in California, and we embarked on what we now call Linkages 2.0, and Dana's going to tell you a little bit about the framework that we use for Linkages 2.0.
All right, our new framework we developed during the time we were working for the Center for States and CDSS and many county representatives. And we wanted to make sure that Linkages was moving in the same direction that child welfare and CalWORks is, and really looking at family engagement, looking at intervening earlier to see what kinds of supports we could give families so that they wouldn't end up in the child welfare system. So we call that, it's the OCAP prevention framework, using the protective factors, and it's primary prevention, secondary, and tertiary.
So originally, in the what we now call Linkages 1.0, we had a lot of support from first a foundation, then the Department of Social Services, then this federal government. We were able to do a lot. So we provided annual statewide convenings, regional peer learning collaboratives on an annual basis, 4 across the state, monthly webinars, a monthly newsletter, and we created an online toolkit which really serves to support counties in that interim phase as well as currently as we move into the new phase.
And under the new phase, Linkages 2.0, we've been doing much of the same kinds of activities. One, we had an annual conference at Riverside. Thank you so much for being there and providing information to other counties. We do a newsletter, and hopefully you've got that newsletter and you're sharing it with your team. We've done webinars to provide information. For example, we did one on how to develop a work plan. We did it on using data, and now we moved into what we call peer sharing conversations, because what we heard at that last convening that we had is that you all wanted to have time to talk to each other, that it was great to hear from others, but you really wanted to talk. So we developed what we call peer sharing conversations. They're every other month. This month, one is on flexible funding, and Riverside's going to help us with that one. It's on home visiting and CalWORks 2.0 and Linkages, how they fit. We also have the toolkit that we've updated. So you'll see the toolkit, and you should be seeing the landing page for the toolkit right now, I hope so. And we really encourage you to go to that and to get information that you need. We really try to keep the information there. We also are doing what we call the county linkages evaluation, and we've selected 3 counties, and one of them is Riverside. And so we'll be doing a deeper dive into the evaluation. We're going to look at the activities, what seems to work, what doesn't work. So we're really pleased that under the 2.0 initiative that we'll have a better evaluation than we had at the last time. So we really thank Riverside for stepping in on that one. And we'll be looking at more the tertiary model, what we call, which is the mutual families. And so your county is working on that, as well as secondary, which is earlier intervention strategy. So we're going to be looking at that in our evaluation.
Oh, Riverside, thank you so much for joining us on this journey, but just not joining us as a follower, but really as a leader as we move Linkages forward. You're a great partner in so many areas, and we are just thrilled to have you be part of it, to be joining us in doing this work as we move forward.
Ditto. Can't say it any better. Thank you so much, Riverside. And I hope you have a great convening.